Hello, everyone. I hope traders and investors alike were green on Friday. Please keep in mind that discipline is the key. Such a huge week. We have so much to talk about, and a lot of this we're going to have to go over while we're talking about the charts. As for data this week, we have PMI on Wednesday, GDP on Thursday, PCE and consumer sentiment on Friday. As for earnings, huge week for earnings. Baker Hughes Monday morning, first look at energy names. Verizon, Johnson and Johnson, Halliburton, GE, Raytheon, uh, Tuesday morning. Tuesday night, we have Microsoft, Texas Instruments. That's going to start getting a look at the chip makers. Wednesday morning, Boeing, AT&T, Abbott, FCX. Wednesday night, Tesla, huge. IBM, ServiceNow, Lam Research, LVS, CSX. A look at casinos, a look at transportations. Uh, Thursday morning, AT&T, Southwest, Valero, MasterCard, Nucor. Thursday night, Intel, Visa. Friday, CVX, American Express. So we're getting a look at the credit cards. We're getting a look at IBM, the AT&T and Verizon. Just a lot of data coming in this week. We're going to get to a very good look at what these companies are really doing, how their earnings are. Uh, by the way, I listed so in this year's the 2023 outlook, there's a whole list of things that we're looking for Tesla. And some of those things we are going to see on Wednesday. Wednesday after market, after the earnings report, we get a very good look at what these earnings actually are. Are the rumors true? Are they not true? There's a whole list of things that we need to see. Let's get to the charts. We have so much to cover. Our put to call ratio has cooled off. So we are back into the neutral zone down here at 85. We've not been here very much in 2023 or 2022. Hopefully, we can have a better year, start to see a change in character here. We are not seeing, so there's several different put to call ratios, and they're not really lining up. The one that we watch is cooled off. So the one that just tracks the equities has not cooled off. It's actually pushed back into the bear zone a little bit. So we'll talk more about that in the Discord. Definitely have a lot to cover here. So we're going to talk about a lot as we're going through the charts. So the oscillators for the Nasdaq were at 205. Remember, 200's hot, so we are warm, but we have plenty of room to move in either direction. We were better than 400. We cooled off. The market took a break, took a breather. Now we're starting to push back up. New York Stock Exchange 167. Plenty of room to move in either direction. Breath chart. So we had a strong breath thrust on Friday, very strong. So we knew we had a very strong trend. This is what kept us from going short on Friday. We knew that the market was very strong. We were expecting a very strong push. We were able to take out some areas that we had talked about, and we'll talk about it as we get to the charts. And we did get to see that price acceleration that we were expecting. The dollar, still keeping an eye on this, even though we have seen this big disconnect in the market. So the dollar is still down. VIX down candle on Friday. Crude, so we have this W pattern here. You can get a 1, 2, 3 reversal out of it if it takes this line. To me, it's just a W pattern with a higher low. Looks bullish, but we have to take out this resistance level. You can see it's been resistance every time we get up here. We get rejected. If we can take this out, and let's see how our energy names are performing with their earnings, because we're going to get a good look at them. If crude can take out this level and we can start seeing some good earnings, we could probably see a nice run in energy. We'll have to, let those earnings come in. As for Apple, looks bullish. Got this little rounded bottom. It's really a small cup. Just pull back to the 9, gives a little teeny handle. Small, but it's bullish. Now we're going to take a look at our weekly chart. We have some resistance. We are right here into a resistance level on the weekly, and we're going to take a look at that in a minute. You can see Apple here, nice push up on Friday. We pulled back, chopped around. When we cleared these 15-minute moving averages, it was on. Nice push up there. Gold, we said buy gold a few weeks ago. Big push up. You can see a rising 2 here. The candle pattern should be a rising 3, and I prefer when this candle closes above the previous candles, but it's a bullish signal. Gapped up on Monday, did pull back a little bit there. Still worth keeping an eye on. Advanced decline lines all turned up. The S&P 500 is back to the 9, needs to clear this 9. The rest of our names were able to push back up through the 9. So it's New York Stock Exchange, S&P, the regular S&P, medium caps, small caps. So Avi has pulled back, holding the 200 here. You can see these wicks telling us we could be seeing a trend change. We had a nice move down. Just keeping an eye for the right signal to see if we can get a move back up to this 9. As for our sentiment coming in, or the data coming in this week, so we have a lot with PMI, GDP, the PCE, consumer sentiment. Right now, seems like the market's kind of liking good news. It used to be for the market to change. So the market liked bad news. Right now, it seems to be liking the good news. I also want to point out that we have no Fed speakers. We talked about this Thursday and Friday. We have no Fed speakers for the next 10 days because we do have our FOMC meeting coming up. We talked about that on Friday. AMD. AMD is one of the weaker names. Nice push on Friday, but we did close above the 50 and 9 here. But it is one of the weaker names that we normally watch. Now it could perk up at any time. You can see the weekly chart here. Still closed red last week, basically on a spinning top here. We are back above our weekly 9 and 20. We have our weekly 200 up here. You can see where we did put in a higher low, but we need to continue pushing up here to put in a higher high to confirm an uptrend. Right now, it's looking a little symmetrical triangle-ish. A firm heavy call buying Thursday and Friday on this name. Above this 50 and the 9 now, very strong. We happen to close above your previous candle bodies here, which is a good sign. This candle closed very strong. I would expect follow through on that candle. And you can see nice push up there. Remember, when I say follow through, we know exactly how to trade that and what to expect. Doesn't mean you're going to get this second huge candle, but we were able to get follow through off of the last bear signals that we got before the market turned. Was able to get some good trades there. Didn't get greedy. Was able to make money, and we were able to keep it moving. Amazon, nice push on Friday as well. Once again, we held this 200. We were looking for a break above this, and we got it right here with this candle. Breaking above that, we were expecting price acceleration. Got exactly what we were expecting. With the strong breath thrust that we had during that, we knew we had a strong trend. You can see Amazon's weekly. Once again, we were not able to turn this candle back green, so we didn't get the follow through off of this candle we were expecting. We are above the weekly 9. This weekly 20 is a resistance area. AMC, Thursday and Friday, two tight candles here waiting on this 9 to catch up. Trend's holding in strong. It did not try to come back down this trend, just chopping around or come back down to the 9. It's holding in, waiting for the 9 to catch up. Now you do have your daily 50 right here as a resistance level. I like it better above that daily 50. AMC, you can see right here, just been trading kind of flat. You can see the intraday action versus the daily chart, the power of using multiple time frames. AMD, very nice push here on Friday as well. Clear cut right through your 15-minute 200. You can see we flagged right over to your 15-minute 9, pushed, flagged back to your 15-minute 9, pushed. These 15-minute levels are worth keeping an eye on, even if you don't have enough screens to track every single chart or to track all these different time frames. At least you have a good idea. Check on it every now and again. Have a good idea where your moving averages are. Please keep in mind your moving averages are moving targets, so they are changing throughout the day. Amazon, nice push back off the 9. The 9 that daily 9 put in some work on Friday for us, and this is why we don't bet against the 9. Here's our Apple weekly chart. So we are right back into the descending triangle. The top of it, this trend line here. So we're back into this trend line. We need to clear that if we're going to move higher. Please keep that on your radar. ARK, another good sign, another push off the 9. You could have bought the 9 here. You've still got a decent MACD. It's good. I'm not a big ARK fan. Please don't get me wrong. But it's a great sign because Kathy holds a lot of beat down names, and this is showing us that those beat down names are offering participation in the market. This is exactly what we need to be able to push. We need participation throughout the market. Boeing's taking some time off here. This last flag, we were not able to push up. We end up breaking the nine. Some tight candles there, and if you look at the intraday chart, we'll see that in a minute. Baba, nice push, flagged over to the nine. Nice push back off the nine again. MACD still looks good there. Bitcoin, that's the weekly. Let's go to the daily. Huge move here. Look at that move on Friday. Crypto, we had those miners and names like Coin on the radar. Huge push off those names. There was plenty of opportunities there. Still holding in. Saturday, Sunday's candles still holding in, waiting for the nine to catch up. That tells us by that candle's holding in that well, tells us that it's still strong. Still a very strong trend. We could see some more upside, even though we're pretty much vertical. Looks like it may want to go higher. Now you can see Boeing here Thursday, a decent push, but you can see how the momentum's coming out of it, moving down. Tried to push back up, end up pulling back again on Friday. When so many other names pushed on Friday, a lot of that is money coming out. BMY is a chart we posted Friday morning. Got this contraction, expansion trend. So we've broken out of the contraction pattern. We're looking for expansion, and then we're looking for a trend to start set in. We have a very good MACD there. Charge point, not the strongest chart here, but we did close above the 50 and the 9. See if we can hold that and continue higher. You can see the MACD's pinching. Chewy still above. We did manage to close above the 50, but still below this 9 here. I think there's better names to keep an eye on right now until we get back above that 9. You can see Friday, it was tradable Friday, but it really couldn't take out the high of the day. Just barely. Not a, I always like to see, so your original push, most of the time we pull back. I'd like to see the close of the day finish on the highs, and we did, but it just didn't have the power a lot of these other names had on Friday. Citibank, my opinion, this is the best of the banks right now. You got this cup pull back to the 9, big candle, big candle on Friday. Thursday, a nice candle, reclaimed the 9. And you can see we pulled back here to the 9 and just ripped. Big candle, got above all this resistance, looking for a move up there. A candle like that, strong candle, you would expect to see some follow through off that candle. Consumer staples, we've been bearish on those. We could see the action coming down. As for crowd is back above the 9 and 20. So we could see a move up here as well. This is not the best looking chart, but there is some opportunities here. CVX coming into earnings this week. We talked about crude. Crude looks good if we can take out that resistance level. Let's see how these names report. CVX does report this week. Let's see how these names starting tomorrow morning. Baker Hughes. Let's see how these energy names report. Let's see if crude can take those levels out. And we could see a nice move up. Oxy looks good also. I didn't add Oxy back to the list yet, but that chart looks it's definitely perking up as well. You can see CVX here, nice push up, pull back, and a nice push at the end of the day. But we really barely closed on the highs here and ended up pulling back. You can see the wick. I prefer to see it take out the high of the day at the end of the day. Just really have a nice strong push. Decent move. DraftKings holding the 9 and 50 here. This is another one we can keep an eye on this week. Still above that daily 9. EA. EA's got this little cup kind of put in this little handle. Crazy seeing all these wicks down here. That's telling you a lot of indecision. We can go either way when you see that. End up getting this big candle right into your 50 and 200. We clear this daily 50 and 200. Expect price acceleration here. Lilly. We're bearish on Lilly right now. We got this upward sloping head and shoulders. It's not textbook. This come up, tested your daily levels, kind of tested right back into your shoulder area. And this is how a lot of these trade on its way down. Also had some bearish news on that Friday as well. XLE, nice push up here. Exxon Mobil. Now I like this. See how we closed much higher here than the previous high of the day. Closed strong. Exxon Mobil is looking really good. Testing all new highs. First Solar. has pulled back, has lost the 9, still holding these levels. I just don't know if I want to be the first one in to be short on that name. It's just been so strong. That Head and Shoulders did not work there. So we got Google. We were watching this contraction pattern. We had this bullish engulfing on Thursday, gapped up on Friday. More layoff news coming in. The market likes layoff news right now. Right now, that's good news to the market. And the reason why that's good news because it just shows that these companies are trying to fix their financial issues. Very strong MACD there. You see how that MACD perked up big time. Histogram perked up big time on that big candle on Friday. Would expect to see some follow through there. Halliburton, another one, reports this week. We had this nice breakout, looking for a retest at the top of the pattern. Also looking to see how they report. Right now, we're in between a 9 and 20. So to me, that's a no trade area. When I'm in between two moving averages like that, to me, it's just a no trade area. Q's strong candle on Friday. I would liked it better if it would have confirmed or closed above this. Got a little evening star or morning star down here, looking for some follow through on that candle. And you can see the Qs. You got this little cup, and we're going to see the same thing here on the SPY. You got this cup on your 15 on your intraday charts. Can we take this level out? You can draw a line right across here. Can we take that level out? If we can, we're looking for more upside. We're going to talk about this downtrend when we get to the SPY. You can see the Qs here on the weekly above all our major moving averages except for your weekly 50. We're still below this downtrend here on the weekly chart. Bonds pulled back a little bit on Thursday. We did close below that 9. IWM, we're still above that downtrend, still holding that 50. So that's a good sign for IWM. Let's take a look at the daily. You can see the daily here. We're pushed right into that downtrend that we were watching. You got resistance with a downtrend coming in. We have to take that out on the daily chart. Close back above the daily 9. It's worth keeping an eye on. IWM intraday, you can see the big push, the contraction. We consolidated, put in this contraction zone. We knew if we took that out, we were looking for price acceleration, pushed up, didn't even, struggled a little bit to 200 and ripped above, closed on the highs. Very strong move. You can see LVS flagging. So we're getting a look this week. LVS is one. We're also having a look at some of the other casino names with earnings coming in. We have the daily 9 flagging at the daily 9, see how we act. Keep in mind, IV is going to be high on the options with all these earnings coming in this week. So we do need to be careful. We need to be aware of our surroundings as we're taking entries. Depending on the style of trading that you're doing, how long you plan on sitting in, you need to know what your IV's like. Macy's pushed up back into the center of the contraction pattern. We were expecting some resistance here. Come back down, try to push back up off the 9 on Friday. See how we act tomorrow. Mara flagged back into the 9, ripping again. Nice move on Friday and holding. We definitely need to keep an eye on our crypto names. Coin, Mara, Riot. We need to know what these names are doing if you're interested in trading them. Merck holding this 50 here on the daily. Meta, strong push on Meta on Friday. You can see we had this flag, another chart we've been talking about in the Discord. Very nice flag here over to the 9, pushing up. Nice push here. You can see intraday respected that 15-minute 9, chop through here, taking out this level right here was your entry, holding your 9, taking out your resistance level, which was, you can see it right here, taking that out. Catch price acceleration. This is all stuff we talk about every day in the Discord. MU back above your 9 there. Watch your 200. You got your daily 200 up there for resistance. Strong day, closed above the previous candles. Microsoft coming in earnings this week below your daily 2 or daily 50, above your daily 9 and 20. Turning up, decent MACD, trying to open up. Not great, but it's trying to open up. Got to clear that 50. We need to see what earnings are doing this week. Microsoft intraday chart, big move on Friday, pushed up, based, pushed up, flagged, pushed up. Another one we had on our radar on Friday. We called this right out of the gate. We called this name, and it continued to push throughout the day. Microsoft, you can see we are still below some resistance here on the weekly. The last 2 weeks have traded within this candle right here, so we're still trading within that bearish engulfing candle, a double inside day basically. Moderna, nice push on Friday as well, right into resistance. You can see holding the 9 here above the 20, above the 50, right on the 9. Nice push. We got to clear that resistance level. Another one we had on the radar on Friday. You can see this nice, we pull back, come back, and just chopped here. Taking out the top of this level right here was your entry. Nice push up, cleared the 15-minute 200. Better push towards the end of the day. MU opened up, chop, snatched back, recovered when it cleared this area. Nice push there. Come back, retested your 20, retested support in this area. Nice push up there. NASDAQ, another nice candle on Friday, a nice push up. Got some stuff to talk about on the SPY chart. Netflix, another one strong on Friday. We had it on the radar right out of the gate. NVIDIA, another one strong on Friday, another one that was on our radar. You can kind of see a rising 2. This candle did close above the previous candles. I like it. It's supposed to have a third candle in there. It's supposed to be a rising 3, but I've made a lot of money off a rising 2 as well without the third candle. Strong move on NVIDIA. Look at your 15-minute 9 right there. Boom, nice push up. NVIDIA weekly, nice push up. So we pushed up, put in this lower high. Now we put in a higher high above all your weekly major moving averages. It's one of the better looking charts right now. The New York Stock Exchange, last week we did hold. So we ended up, the previous week we broke out of this pattern, the descending broadening wedge. We managed to hold it. Didn't close higher than the previous week last week, but we did manage to hold it. Got a little hammer there on the 9. Palantir, nice push as well, right into your daily 50. If we can clear that daily 50, expect some price acceleration. Got a good looking MACD there. Peloton, still holding this daily 9. See what we can do there tomorrow. You got your 200 up here. I think there's better charts. This MACD, I'm not crazy about it. I'm not saying it won't push, but right now I do think there's some better charts out here. Plug, struggling with your daily 9. I think there's better charts right now. If we clear that, we'll definitely keep an eye on it. You got the Qs monthly. This chart obviously is not closed yet, but holding this your monthly 50 very well right now. That is support there. Roblox, another big candle on Friday. Watch your daily 200. We should see some follow through. We should be able to push up into that daily 200. Got a strong MACD there. Pension, SPX, strong candle, right back into your daily 200 there. SLB, so we're holding. They reported last week. We got some indecision here, holding the 9 as well. An indecision candle. See how we act there this week. Coming in more earnings names in the energy sector. We're going to get a look at everybody: airlines, semis, tech, EVs. Getting a look at everybody, every sector this week. Transportation. A lot of information coming in this week. A nice push on the Dow on Friday, but we got to reclaim these daily moving averages. Just basically taking a breather. So here we go. SPY weekly, still under this 50. Still under this downtrend. This is the level to watch. Can we get another play? Can we push into it and see rejection again? Got some nice plays right at that level last week. So you can see the SPY here. The SPY. So we've talked about this in the Discord. We have this contraction area where we based for about 2.5, 3 weeks before breaking out. When we pull back, we basically just come back down. We held this, basically retesting your 20. Nice push up on Friday. We got to keep an eye on that downtrend at 400. That's the big level. You can see here on the intraday chart, on your 15-minute chart, you got this nice big cup here. We need to push up, obviously, to take that downtrend out. This catalyst momentum that we can see this week could be exactly what we need. If all the economy data comes in correct and the market likes it, the earnings comes in and the market likes it, Maybe we can see a nice push break through that level. There's a lot of cash on the sidelines. Going to be a lot of FOMO if we take that level out. You can see our trend chart. All three trends are bullish right now. Square, I really like this chart. So we had a member ask about this, and I have not yet took time to comment on it because I wanted to wait for the video. You got a strong MACD, huge candle, nice candle on Friday. Closed above the previous candles, back above all your daily moving averages. I would expect follow through on this chart. Remember how we play follow through. We talk about this all the time. It's how to properly play a follow through candle on multiple time frames, depending on your time frame, depending on the time and what you should expect. We talk about this all the time. So, play by our rules and you should be able to make money pretty easily. Starbucks here, Starbucks is trying to break down. Taiwan Semi, earnings weren't that great, but the market's buying it back like the banks. The earnings weren't that great, but the market's buying them back, coming for them. So that's a good sign. Continuing to push here, extended from the 9, but hey, if they're buying it up, they're buying it up. Day trades only when we're that extended, but there's money there to be made. Strong candle in the XLK, the technology sector, on Friday. You can see Tesla here. We talked about this hammer down here on support. We've been talking about that. We've pushed up very nicely. I was asked if this looked like an inverted head and shoulders. This is not an inverted head and shoulders, but it is bullish. We are above the 9 and 20. We're waiting to have earnings come in. I listed a long list of things that what's wrong with Tesla right now is why the market's kind of upset with Tesla. We're going to find out a lot when this earnings is reported this week. Make sure if you're in the Discord, make sure you are keeping an eye on those outlook charts because there some of those trades are working right now. Tesla intraday, nice push there. Uber, nice push, very strong push. I actually talked about this Friday morning. I had said that there was some reasons, and I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but there was some reasons to be bullish on Uber right now, and very nice push. Was actually looking into buying some time on some options. I didn't do it, but I did kind of recommend it. It's worth keeping an eye on. Something big may be coming there. Visa earnings this week. We closed barely above the previous candles. I like that. So just to go back a little bit, we had this V bottom. V bottom, which is V bottom's a type of a cup. It's just it's not as wide as we would like to see, but it's in the cup family. You put in this handle, so you got a V bottom, got your handle, got your breakout. I took the weekly chart out, but we were tracking the weekly chart as well. We took the downtrend out there, and so that was a nice move. Could have been a nice play. I hope somebody made some money. I hope you guys are making money on these charts. GDX, very strong move. We said buy gold back here, push up, got this contraction pattern. This is your start of your expansion. Could we be starting a trend here? Contraction, expansion, trend. Contraction, expansion, trend. Repeat. Trading's not that hard, guys. It's really not. The emotions, which we talk about the emotions in trading all the time. I work very hard to help traders build the proper mindset, the mindset. And when we get to the last chart coming up, I want to go over a conversation that I had with one of the Facebook group members. He's not a Discord member, but it is a Facebook group member. And he did ask. Basically, he asked me how can he grow his account. For some reason, a lot of people think the only way they can grow their account is if they swing. You can swing and grow your account. I'm not going to deny that. But in this market, until this market gets into the position where you can start swinging, cash account, staying active in your trades, stop taking bad trades. You don't need more trades. You need better trades. You just need good trades. You don't need more trades. Get in here, put the work in. That's all you got to do. And I recommend if you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord and just listen. It's really simple. Uh, it's all you got to do is listen. So you can see Wells Fargo, nice candle on Friday. We're right into this daily 50 here. I like it better above that 50. XLF, you got this cup. There, you can see we put the fibs on it. We've pulled back. So we've retraced down here to the 20, trying to push back up. Watch your 9. So we still got to take out that daily 9. That 9's coming over, trying to roll. Got a possible decent MACD. This MACD may be getting ready to pinch. You got your goose head there. Put your eyeball there. Goose head. You got his bill. Is he going to open his mouth? That's the question. We want to see it spread open. ExxonMobil testing all new highs. And back to our put to call ratio. So I was asked, how can I grow my account? Gino, how can I grow my account? By being active, by paying attention, by stopping using your opinion, trade on technicals. It's nice to have, like Google right now. Google was a great play. We had a reason. We had a contraction zone that we broke out of with a bullish engulfing candle. That's the start of your expansion. And then we had layoff news come in. There you go. So it doesn't hurt. Play technicals. It doesn't hurt to have some catalyst behind it. But even if you're swing trading, play the action. Look for proper signals. Stop buying stuff because you think it's going to go up. Don't do that anymore. If that's what you're doing and you're not growing, it's time to change the way you're thinking. So please get in here, play the action. Even if you're swing trading, you don't. So when I say play the action, a lot of people think that's a day trading term. That's not a day trading term. Basically, is what I mean is play the proper signals. Wait for a proper signal. Wait to get to a level of interest. Make sure you're putting in a proper signal there. When I say signal, what do you mean? I'm talking candles. Make sure you have a strong candle, whichever, long or short, bullish or bearish. But make sure that you have a good signal at a level of interest before taking entries. Stop buying in the middle of a downtrend thinking this is it. I'm buying the dip. This is it. Make sure you're getting at a level of interest. Make sure you're getting the proper signal before you take an entry. Hope everybody has a great night, and I will see you in the trading room. Let's make some bread, guys. Remember, discipline is the key to your success.